Everyone, hope everything is going well. You guys and gals know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. All right, so I got this in the mail a couple weeks back, and it's Doug Collins, and this is pretty nice. This is the dude that used to coach MJ back in the day. This is his rookie card, and it took a couple of weeks for Mr. Collins to send this over to me, so pretty nice. Really stoked to have this right now in my PC. Now, getting a auto of MJ is much more difficult than that. You have to throw a lot of money out there, and then you have to also be careful of the fakes out there of MJ. Okay, now I watched this video of Neo, and I'm not going to be rude. I'm going to be respectful. It's okay to agree to disagree with people, okay? There's 300 million people in this country, or more than that, and not everyone's going to think the same, which is fine, right? Maybe back in the day, I would have gone off, and it would have probably gotten a lot of views, but I want to share my own thought process, okay? He had a video where he basically was saying, if you're looking and making assertions that, hey, you think that there's loaded boxes out there, well, number one, how do you know that the people outside of breakers, outside of YouTubers, influencers, all that, how do you know they're not getting hits too? Because they're not recording on camera. And someone could be like, okay, sure, that's a good point. But at the end of the day, these companies want to market to all these individuals out there, okay? There have been numerous examples. The sports card radio examples showed there's hanky-panky going on. The Panini Crown Royale situation woke many people up. My inklings, even before the receipts were shown, I thought something shady was going on, okay? Now, some people still thought that, hey, someone broke the code and it wasn't Panini themselves funneling these cards to the breakers. Okay, I could see that point of view, but let's look at some of these examples out there, okay? How does Card Collector 2, nice guy, I've messaged him before and in the comments, he's been responsive, but I'm just asking questions. Now, this could just be a coincidence and just a very small probability that it's actually legit, right? But how does he pull an auto of Blaze Jordan when Blaze Jordan is next to him opening a box of cards? Okay? That seems suspicious. Once again, could be legit. How does Chasing Cardboard or whatever the dude's name is, he's on Bench Clear Media, I showed a video where he was opening some boxes and he said in the video, hey, thanks to Topps for hooking me up with these cards. He opened up with these kids a very scarce Mike Trout acetate card. And in that video, he said, hey, man, I've opened a lot of packs. I've never seen that. So all of a sudden, we have these young kids on camera pulling these hits. And that Chasing Cardboard guy says that he's never been able to pull a card like this while opening these boxes, right? Seems really suspicious, okay, in my eyes. I mean, you could go to Mama Breaks. Mama Breaks seems to get all the hits these days. How is she getting the hits? It could be a coincidence. And oh yeah, Mama Breaks is going to be at that All-Star game, going to be opening some boxes. A lot of eyeballs going to be at this event. 90% of the people who responded to my poll on Instagram thinks she's going to get a loaded box, right? Because it's good for marketing. She's young. She's going to get the clicks. She has, 17,000 people on Instagram. And this All-Star game is going to bring more exposure. So if you get the hits, which I think she's going to get some really nice hits in that box. And it's just going to be marketing for Top/Fanatics. How does these, what is it, the soccer player opened up these cards next to Michael Rubin and they pulled a very scarce Jackie Robinson card on camera? Like, what are the odds of that happening? It's not one instance, okay? It's multiple instances out there. And I was called, you know, the curator of clicks, even though I was one of the first person on YouTube. That there were a few others talking about curator. And now it's well known the hanky panky curator engages in, okay? And I was called the curator of clicks. And then on top of it, another comment was quite telling. And if there's a Jackie Robinson auto that's pulled, AIH Sports is going to be on it. There's multiple people that were talking about that. That was really shady, in my opinion, of what went down. Okay? In the past week, we had Cade Cunningham going on Pac-Man. 2 different times. One time with Mojo and one time by himself. And they opened some of these Panini boxes. Now, one of the boxes I thought seemed really suspicious because the odds of pulling it weren't in the favor, in my opinion. And on camera, they opened it and they pulled it. Very strange. Now, the one they did on Whatnot, people thought there's hanky-panky going on. I was a bit skeptical because the odds seemed a little more in favor of pulling a Cade Cunningham auto, but still, regardless, you're seeing this all the time, right? And people, no disrespect to Neo, but why do you want to question this? Because, number one, if you're opening packs, right, and some people try to make money off of it, right? And if the hits are going to these influencers, in my opinion, that is potentially committing fraud on behalf of Tops may be committing fraud if I'm right on my thesis. Okay? Now, will anything happen? No. People are going to look the other way. People don't want to go after Michael Rubin, right? Which Sports Card Radio calls Michael Rubin, everyone's going to call him Daddy, right? I did a video saying that no one wants to call out Daddy and Fanatics, right? I think that's why a lot of people are quiet on this. I was talking to Dan the Card Man the other day, and he's saying that no one's talking about his ideas, maybe except Sports Card Radio and me. And that's because nobody wants to go after Michael Rubin, aka Daddy, and Fanatics. It's just simple as that. Okay? Now, in regards to these loaded boxes, once again, it's marketing. So it is what it is. And some people say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist and all that. In our society, and you could look at outside of sports cards too, how many of these conspiracy theories have been spot on? A whole ton of conspiracy theories. I mean, maybe I should get on Steve on one of my live streams and we could even discuss that and we could tie it into sports cards, right? People laughed at me when I said money laundering was going on during the peak. All right, we have drug traffickers in this hobby that are showing off $1 million cards, hundreds of thousands of dollars cards, right? No one's saying anything about that. No one's laughing at me now. But what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of conspiracy facts out there. No one wants to talk about it because it's going to impact their relationship with sponsors. And then on top of it, they don't want any pushback from their audience because a lot of people here tend to be sensitive when you say something that is outside the mainstream, right? When I went after Curator, people came after me left and right. People did videos on me as well and did live streams about me, right? I was 100% right on that guy, right? There's so many other things too. I was doing videos at the top of the market in March and February saying this thing's going to be coming down, right? So, it is what it is. I did video on Top Shot as well. People said I was a moron, an idiot. I called the top within 2 weeks. So, it is what it is. You know, it is a passionate talk. You know, this is no disrespect to Neo. It's totally fine if you believe what you believe. But at the end of the day, I do believe these companies are giving loaded boxes. This could be fraud. I don't think that's good for the hobby. And highlighting these things is actually a good thing. That's actually positive in my eyes. And at the same time, you could still collect and speculate and highlight the hanky panky going on. And I show the cards on Instagram. I showed this Doug Collins card today, right? My TTM collection. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys and gals, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Thank you. Bye.